Alright, so I think we're back. I think. Hold on. Oh boy. So, OBS is messing up. I don't know what y'all can see on your side, but mine is still stuck. Wow, this is a mess. Okay. What do you see, George Chris? Let me know. If you see the login screen, then we're good for the moment. Okay. See, I'm still frozen on that last moment before the game crashed. Oh, man. So, LOTRO and OBS are not playing very nice with each other. When LOTRO crashes, it immediately crashes OBS too, which is weird. I don't know why that would be a thing. Unless they're using the same resource and they're... You put me in the circle of shame. The actual hay. What the actual heck? And then it just put me in the circle of shame. Screw you. I did not die. Your game died. Oh dear. Oh man. What a mess. What a messy, messy mess. I have not had these problems with LOTRO crashing until the latest update. This is not good. Alright, let's go ahead and do the fireworks.
Will you give me a moment of your time, friend?
While we're standing here. A firework that isn't red. Okay. So we'll launch a blue firework. That isn't yellow. If I have time to do a second one, I should be able to. Oh! Of course, it's going to make me start over because I wasn't fast enough. Alright, let's wait. Anything except a green one. Okay. Alright. Now we got the rhythm. Launch a firework that's not yellow. Y'all are doing a lot of not commands. Yellow firework. Orcs must have heard you complimenting their looks and dragged you into the circle as soon as they saw the opportunity. Maybe. I guess that would be a compliment to an orc being called nightmare fuel. Something besides blue. Okay. Bright green one. Now, fun little tip. If you come to the festival grounds before, okay, we need a red one, before the actual festivities begin, and you take the quest, if you can figure out what the last firework from the previous night was, you can shoot off several fireworks before the event even begins. And sometimes you can get it done right off the bat.
Hello there.
But if you catch the very beginning of the firework event, you can usually do it twice in one night. Because it has like a 30-minute cooldown, I think. Alright, let's try this mission again. Hopefully with 100% less crashes. And of course, I've got to defeat all the orcs all over again. Because of course I do. Not that that's a hard ask here. Not as fast as they fall. But I prefer not to do it without, I prefer to do it without crashes. That would be awesome. Oh, we get to see the nightmare fuel again. Whoa. I'd like to be looking anywhere but the ground or the sky, thanks. You've seen worse running around my workplace. Your arc would definitely win. There's a beauty contest. I don't know. I mean, they're headless. And their arms are distended. Let's just say the models got messed up. So these are the scrappers that are screwed up like this. Yeah, interesting stone games. I know the orcs are supposed to be terrifying, but they usually have heads. Just saying. We need to kill 2 more. And now we can go kill the Red Reaver. Prepare to die, puny woman. I don't think so. How about you die? And Rob Thornley's wife comes to bring us back. You would think it would be Rob Thornley, not his wife. You know?
Hail, friend, and well met.
We got that done. Finally. Let's see. Did we get anything else? Just some junk. So which one should we do next?
Will you give me a moment of your time, friend?
Let's go get rid of some goblins from LaMail's vineyard. That is a very early quest, like a starter quest in Kellendom, or not Kellendom, Erdlun. It's actually just outside of Douland. Of course, I'm waiting for things to load. I like how since it's nighttime in the game, it's nighttime in the missions too. I have no intention of dying, thank you very much. No, I don't think so. You first. I love how that other goblin just standing over there doing nothing. Like, he doesn't see me attacking his buddies. Not much of a sentinel, are you, buddy? Need 3 more grapes. There's one down here. We got a goblin acting like he's an airplane. I always thought that was funny. One of the sound effects the goblins makes. It's like the sound that kids make when they're pretending they're flying an airplane. Now we just have to kill Pamproth. which should be showing up any time now. Should be. Where are you? Oh, you're right over there. Get your butt over here. Yep, typical Corsair. She stops what she's doing long enough to take a swig of rum. Alright. There you go, ma'am. Your goblin problem is solved for the moment. Meow. Oh, cat. You know, I just realized that cat is like literally standing in the fire. Barleyman, you don't teach your cat any better than to stand right on the hearth where it can get burned. If you turn the next corner and see a goblin jumping on a bed, I don't think I would be surprised.
How can I be of service?
Very true, very true. Alright, so we've done 2. We need to do 5 more to finish the weekly mission. I don't know if I'm in the mood to do 5 more. Let's see. Let's do spiders in the quarry. That's another very early on quest from the Shire. Kind of interesting how they chose early on quest and turned them into missions. But it also means I know these things like the back of my hand, because I've certainly done them often enough. Oh, where are you? Oh, there you are. Whoa, that's the sky. I don't think I can attack that. Yeah, I had a little bit of lag there. Now we just need to defeat the queen. get rid of the riffraff so it can't join in the fight. Ha! Her little guards were stronger than she was. Ah, there you are. Alright, and that's another one done and dusted. You know, they just finished instance or a mission. They still had poison effect on them.
How can I be of service?
Alright, so we've done 3 so far. Let's do... what is
Greetings,
Rescue by Moonlight?
Will you lend me your ear?
Ah, okay. Another early quest to rescue Aberthal from the Dour Hands. Another one I recognize very well. Not a very good night watch, are ya? Now we have to collect treasure boxes. I love it. The dwarf comes out. Leave that alone. You know, it'd be a little more realistic looking at the door opened instead of them just phasing through it. Oi, stop that! Now these these missions are at whatever level you're at. Okay, let me go that way. So for me that is level 61. If I was on this material, it would be like, what, level 86? I think that's what level she is. Need one more treasure box. 3 more dour hands. Easy peasy. A dour hand seafarer. So that's one mariner fighting another mariner. course, they're dour hands. They don't count. Alright, now we need to rescue Aberthal.
How can I be of service?
And we need to defend Aberthal. Come on. Would you die? Oh, well. I did not expect the whole party to join. Good morning, Take Two, Miss Bell and George Chris, still having those technical issues. Well, it seems like when LOTRO crashed, it also crashed the stream. And I'm actually still having a little problem with OBS because despite the fact that y'all see what's going on, my screen is still frozen at the moment where I crashed the last time. So, y'all will have to let me know if anything funky goes on with the video or audio because I can't tell.
Greetings to you.
Alright. What are we up to on tokens? But something about LOTRO and OBS aren't syncing up quite right for whatever reason. I'm assuming it's some sort of a video issue, a GPU issue. But that's as far as my thought process has gone with it so far. And my drivers are all updated. Windows is updated. LOTRO is updated. OBS is updated. The Stream Deck is updated. But something's not playing nice together. I have 37 anniversary tokens. Okay. Gift for the North. Which one is that?
Give me a moment of your time, friend.
Oh, okay. I know. That's another very early quest. We'll take that one. This one takes place in the Shire, and it's a quest where you have to help a dwarf defeat some dour hands who are, well, they've captured a stone troll. Older core coding and LOTRO maybe, not my expertise, this stab in the dark. Well, it's a recent thing. Leave now, woman, if you value your life. It's a slap the dour hand. Sure, why not? I will happily slap the dour hand. Alright, we are in. Let's go take care of some down hands, shall we? Alright, come here, gentlemen. Let's party. And the big mouth drops first, right? And this guy over here, hanging out while I kick his friend's butts. That was funny. On the bright side, I did get the Stream Deck working again, so that was a bonus. He was resigned to his fate. I guess. He must have been. And these guys are just plain old wool gathering while I kill their buddies. I have found a weir, along with the 8-cage troll. Enough of this. This gift for my master shall destroy you. The gift for your master just destroyed you. And now it says it will squash me into jelly. They were sitting awfully close to the fire with those long beards. Well, remember they're shorn beards. They don't have very long beards. Alright, done. That's one thing about the dour hands is that they tend to have extremely short or no beards.
What can I do for you?
Alright, so that one's done. Need 2 more and we'll complete the weekly. We have Evil in the Ruins. Screw Lelia. She can find her own safe passage. She got herself into that mess. Maybe that's why they're short beards. Maybe. Fortress of Olnathron. The Arcs of Nanwathran. Let's do the Arcs of Nanwathran.
Greetings, friend.
This is an early quest in... No. This is North Downs. So not a super early quest. Actually, let's not do that one. Orc Thieves
Greetings,
is the one I was
Will you
thinking of.
lend me your ear?
This is the early one from Lone Lands, where you have to go through the orc camp and recover stuff for Candace. Usually there's some guards there. Wow, you were not alert at all. I walked up right behind you, and you didn't notice until I started beating on your butt. Oh my god. Come on. Now, we'll gather around. Thank you. Thank you. I don't think there's a chest on this side. I will double check. There's another orc down here, though. We can't let that stand. I was gonna say there's usually a lockbox here. And we have major mess of orcs up here. Alright. I'm not even gonna ask how they got the title White Hand. I believe White Hand is a reference to them being part of Saruman's army. And Saruman's symbol being the white hand. Because he was Saruman the White. Excuse me, you can stop shooting sharp pointy things at me now. Ah, we finally got Candace's bow back. That's good. Excuse me? Y'all are disgusting. You should try at least cooking your food first. But then what am I saying? You are not civilized. Okay. And the War Master. This is the only one that's wearing anything that actually resembles armor. That white-hand war chief just sat there and watched me beat on him. He's like, no, I know which side my bread's buttered on. I'll just stay over here and pretend to be part of the scenery. I kind of figured, just don't ask how that paint is so white. Some wizards are weirdly perverted. Probably so. Well, this guy's been hanging out here for a while. Let me see. ZYZZ, son of Rod. Tanika Strumpband. Okay. So you're role-playing. You're not, well, you're not listed as role-playing, but you were hanging out by the fire, so debatable. Probably is role-playing. And everybody hanging out here is doing missions.
How can I be of service?
Oh, look, we leveled up. Woohoo! We are vastly over leveled for what we'll be doing in Moria. Oh well. We need one more mission to complete the weekly, and what will that get us? Some motes, enhancement runes, virtue experience, and some materials. Okay. And we got a bunch of junk in our bags already. Alright. Let's do,
Greetings, friend.
now we'll
You
do
lend
the
me your
arts
ear.
of Nan Wathrin. Excuse me. No, you don't get to run away. Can you destroy the thing? Thanks. Like to destroy the evil idol? Anything else on this side? No. Now, the last set of arcs we fought were White Hand. These are Tar Crypt. Violent must have been more of a hopeful title. No, they're pretty violent. They're just not as violent as my Mariner's Blade. My Mariner's going violent. Let me teach you a lesson or two about violent. After all, she's seen uglier beasts in the mirror with rum. Oh, it's a party. Those wargs are no joke. How embarrassing, 4-on-1 and they're still losing. 5-on-1. Because there was one orc, 3 goblins, and a warg, and the wargs are not easy. They're elites. Or they're signatures. Which is the same as saying they're elites. I just noticed the tar crap reject playing in the dirt right after the word dropped. Maybe she won't notice me. Right? You will not get through me. You want to bet? Hello. Goodbye. Oh, we got a lurker. A revolting tar crab. Yeah, revolt that. A tar crab render. Who's rending who? Yeah, I thought so. Might as well splice the main brace. Oh, got another work ravager here. Excuse me, you can wait your turn. Alright, still want to play? Yes, sure. Okay. There we go. Now, for the final boss. Oh, we missed something. We haven't seen the Pack Master or Gloom thing yet. How did I miss you? Alright, let's go find him. Usually I've seen him by now. I haven't seen him yet. Are y'all down here? There's some wargs down there, but nope, not who we're looking for. Ah, there's Gloomfang. You guys shouting, "Come and get me," isn't an option. Nah, not really. Not much of a pack master, are ya? I see Sauron didn't send his best or brightest out this way. Now, we can defeat the boss. He tried to run too. He did try to run. And there is the boss. He is an Urukai. Now you can't see because he's wearing a bunch of armor, but the Urukai are no ordinary orcs. These guys usually look like they bench press trolls in the morning before breakfast for fun. You could have shown up earlier, you know. Hey.
What can I do for you?
And that completed the weekly for missions. Let's see. We want bonus crafting materials, bonus legendary item boost, or bonus character boost. We'll go with the legendary item boost. Excuse me, Barlaman. Woo, I had 180 silver worth of repairs. Probably from that crash that landed me in the circle of shame, because it considered that a defeat. They can kiss my butt, that was not a defeat. I can sell that. Anything else? Probably a lot of other stuff I can sell, but already known. Anything I should send to Thorman? No. Alright, I should probably send the Supreme Tailor Journal recipe to him. Oh, I don't know that, but I did know the other one. And I'm pretty sure Miss Medrill knows that. Enhancement rooms. Mission, bonus legendary items, a 19th anniversary surprise. And some other stuff I can sell. Or I could probably sell them on the auction house, but I wouldn't get much for them, so I'll sell them. Where was the other ones? There. Okay, thank you, Mr. Butterbar. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Armored. Norman gets this and that. I don't think there's anything else in here for him. Nope. Okay. Now what did I get out of this surprise box? Oh, a tome of the overgrown bog lurker, which she did not have yet. Now she does. I don't know where that's going to go. I mean, we're pretty much full up on stuff. Ooh. Ooh, I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to move some of this stuff over. I'm going to move her pets over. So we'll move this goat. We'll move the whimsical woodland creatures. The corgi. We'll keep the Sitka, the kitty cat, and the bird here. Now, skills. Overgrown bog lurker, we'll put that there. The sunstone drakeling, we'll put that there. There, I have a merry-making hamster. It's a hamster with fireworks strapped to its back. I don't know how merry-making that is supposed to be. I'm just saying. Alright, that's good enough. Alright, so let's go outside. So we'll start with the hamster. There's the little hamster there. It's got all those fireworks strapped to its back. One wrong move and the hamster is no more. I'm just saying. There, you can kind of see him now. There, that's even better. I mean, come on. That's silly. Alright. So, we have the Sunstone Drakeling, which I got. I will admit, that one's not bad. That one's actually not bad. Yeah. Cool little mini drake. And there's the overgrown bog lurker. That's that creature there. Although not very overgrown, it's very puny. It is the runt of the litter. I'm just saying. Most bog lurkers are not that tiny. Kind of an interesting looking creature. Alright. There's our little corgi. I don't know about y'all, but that face kind of looks a little evil. I'm just saying. I know it's supposed to be cute, but it kind of it kind of gives off it vibes. And if you know, you know. Then we have the whimsical woodland critters, which gives you a whole host of animals. It's the eyes look soulless. Maybe. Gives you a whole host of little critters following you around. Got a fox and a bunny and a chipmunk and what looks like a pigeon or a jay and a deer. And then there's the Daffodil Celebration Kid, which is that little guy here. Little bitty white billy goat wearing daffodils around its neck. It's kind of cute. Of course, it always looks in the direction you are, so you can't ever get a side view of it. There. That's that. Oh, well, we can get a side view like this. Just not a very close-up one. And then, of course, we have the three that I kept over here. We've got the Harbinger of the Sage's Storm, which is this Crebain, which is black and red. It's kind of cool looking for a Crebain. Kind of looks like it's flame touched. We have the Black Cat, which, there's Kitty. Pretty kitty. Nice kitty. Good kitty. And then finally we have the one that came with the Mariner, the Sitka. That's the Sitka. Good kitty. Big kitty. Kitty chew your face off if you don't feed it. Nothing there. Now,
how may I help you today?
I'm up to how many? I have 42 steel tokens. Anything I want with my steel tokens. At least the cat staring at you makes sense. The goat just looks at you with its nose. Well, that's because the goat's eyes are on the sides of its face. And they do have typical goat eyes, which I always thought the goat eyes were kind of weird. Because, you know, most animals you're used to either round pupils or vertical pupils. Goats have horizontal pupils. It really does make them look kind of evil. And of course I still have to find out if I have this dwarf make dress. If I don't, I might get it. The Mariner's Hauberk. Now, I think I did determine this dies fairly well. It does. But now I have to decide, do I actually want it? I mean, it doesn't look that bad on her. It's very appropriate. She is a mariner. I don't know. I think I much prefer what she's wearing right now.
Of what help may I be to you?
How many festival tokens? I have 40. No, that's steel tokens. 43. So I could get the comparison and the saddle. But I need 60 to get everything. So she needs like 17 more. They're designed for a landscape view because, as you know, they're prey for a lot of things. That's true. It does help them see a wider area to keep an eye for things that would, well, chew on their face. Quite literally. Alright. Wait. What is the quintessential fawn? Summon an adorable fawn to accompany you on your travels. Quintessential Rangers pack. Let me take a look at this. Now, does that die? Oh, it does die? Uh-huh. I can get that. I can use those festivity tokens I've gotten and get that. I really feel like... Oh, wait. Hold on. Clay. We need the clay color. Dark clay. Yep. Alright, we are definitely getting that for her. We had just enough festivity tokens for it. Let me go ahead.
Greetings.
Greetings and salutations. You need the dark clay dye, which I should still have some. Yep. Grab that. Open up the wardrobe. Throw that into the wardrobe. And the Central Rangers pack. Add the dye to it. Now, that goes in the back slot. There we go. That completes that outfit nicely. Now, I do not have space in her vault to shove a single other thing. Because, of course, I don't. But I have space in the shared storage for it. Okay. And, of course, when we want to hide it, we can. But there it is. She looks like she's ready to go back adventuring into Moria, doesn't she? Huh. It's even got an axe. It's dwarf approved. No. I don't think it's ready yet. I'm guessing this won't happen until this coming up Wednesday. You know, if humans had goat eyes, we'd probably see 3D without the glasses and probably die from constant migraines. Well, I'm kind of glad that we don't need horizontal pupils to see in 3 dimensions. I mean, I'm just saying, we kind of do that anyway. I'm pretty sure this notebook I'm looking at is not flat. Belfalis, Eastern Rohan, Shire, Erebor, Lawrence Hall, Rohan Kingstead, Falathorn, Breland, Lindleby. Yeah, no, they haven't added the new one yet. No, they probably won't add that until Wednesday. In which case, on Thursday, Miss Medrill will be very busy selecting her Rivendell house. Hopefully, it doesn't get delayed again. And hopefully, she'll be able to select a house before they all get taken, because people are going to want Rivendell housing. We've wanted better elf housing for a while. I mean, I could show y'all the Falathorn houses. They're not that bad. Let me see. I might even be able to go... Yeah, I can go to Medrill's house. It's not very decorated because I haven't yet, but we can go there. We can even go to Miss Vestula's house, which I have not decorated yet either, because I'm slacking. But we'll go to Miss Medrilla's house, and we'll take a look at the Falathorn homestead. So, this is Miss Medrill's little house here. Like I said, I haven't gotten around to decorating it, but this is her house. Housing storage is probably beyond full at this point. Waiting to retrieve your items, yeah. 546 of 60. Oh my god, it's so much stuff in here. It's so overloaded. Holy. Oh my god, there's so much stuff in here. I really have to work on that. But here's the housing she has right now. Got the little downstairs area, and then the stairs, and a little upstairs room. Very small. SMO. SMO house. Very cute, but very SMO. But this is the current elf housing. So we're actually at the bottom of it. Kind of private down here. We have Home of Bears Company. Okay. I don't know if they're gonna let me enter it to see it. Some people leave their houses open, some do not. They do. So this is, I believe, a kinship house. You can see it's very big, very spacious. Chess was been taken from Harry Potter's universe, because damn, you know, well, it's only supposed to hold 60 items. So to say it's over full right now would be a grand understatement. So yeah, this is a kinship house. And as you can see, it's quite spacious. Nice room up here for a bedroom. Bedroom, and then you turn this into like a sitting room. Or maybe an office and turn this into a sitting room. This is like the main entryway. And this is where you would have your kin meetings. Cool layout. Yeah. But yeah, that is the kinship house for the current elf housing. Now, this won't go away with the new housing. The new housing will be in addition to. The new housing is also premium housing, which means you actually have to buy it with either housing coins or mithril, so not free. That's also a little house like what Miss Medrill has. And this is also a little house. Very private down here, very quiet. I've actually owned this house on another character. I think it was on Landrevold. Of course, that house would be gone now because Landrevold's gone now. And of course, Miss Medrill's house here. Very quiet, very nice, view. Because it's right on the water. Nice visuals. For being 19 years old. I mean, yeah, the graphics are dated. Let's be honest. But when it came out 19 years ago, these were pretty good graphics. You really do feel like you're wandering through what could potentially be an elven housing district in Middle-earth. Of course, you have to wonder what would happen to this place after the elves leave. Would it just simply cease to be? Would the humans come later and discover it? And I think this might be another... Nope. Home of Sanderville. Now, do you allow people in? You do. Okay. Thank you. I appreciate that. So this should be deluxe housing. Should be. Oh, well. Somebody decorated for the holiday. So this is the main room here. Somebody's very happy about Yule. Atmosphere is much more important than graphics. Nice sitting area over here. Yeah, they definitely decorated around Yule. Another little area here. They even have the Yule music playing. And then upstairs, got a little room, which they have turned into an appropriately elven bedroom. Got an elven snow globe even. Look, it's the last homely house. Cute. It is very... And this is the big house. So, very nicely done. Oh my god, they even have Yule... I mean, they went all out with the Yule theme. Holy smokes. Dining table of Baker's Delight. Now, I get the feeling that is midsummer. But still. Very appropriate. I do like the music. The snowman. Very well done. Oh, what's this? Winter birdhouse? I have never seen... Oh, I'm going to have to look for this next Yule. I better check the shop first. Winter birdhouse. Make sure it's not something in the store. Nope, it's not. So it either came from the Yule Festival or from the Hobbit gifts, which I have never opened. Or from the seasonal track, which, again, I have never participated in. I may never get that. That's... Oh well. Okay, we're stuck on the music now. Every once in a while that happens. There we go. But yeah. That's the deluxe housing. So yeah, this is the current elven housing. And it's a very nice neighborhood. Don't get me wrong. It is nice. We got a little bit of time. Y'all want to check out some of the other starter neighborhoods before we go? Oh, what the heck? Wow. This is kind of neat. An apothecary's arbor. Well, that definitely came with Umbar. Look at those. Nice. I like that. Umbari market awning with cushion. Yeah, that's Umbar stuff. Kind of thought it was. Alright. So, let's... We'll sell to Kellendama. But, there we go. That is the base elf housing. Now, like I said, in a few days we'll have Rivendell housing. Which, yes, Miss Medrill will definitely be getting a Rivendell house. I'm glad they chose Rivendell over Lothlorien, although Lothlorien is very nice. I much prefer Rivendell. We'll go to Thorin's Gate, because next up we will look at the dwarf housing that comes with the game. For those, you know, people who maybe don't want premium housing, you might want to see the options you have for housing. All the housing we're going to look at is going to be stuff you can get without spending extra money. Reminds me, I ought to check my dwarf characters and make sure they still have their house. Or if I even rebought it after the move. I may not have. And here is Thorin's Hall Homestead. We'll just pick the first thing that comes to hand. And this is the Thorin's Hall housing. And that's a small house. Let's see if they let people go in. No, they do not let people go in. This one, nope. Okay. So those are small houses, but no permissions to enter. Nope. Wow. Alright, a lot of people have their houses locked here. Oh, this one's got one of those Moria geodes. Nice. Ah, but we can't enter this one. Okay, and you have definitely done some interesting instances. Ivar's banner, Noruhel's dress. Okay, so you've done the Red Maid instance. You've done all the quests in Angmar, because here's the portrait of Normala. Miss Marcellene has one of those. We'll probably put it in Miss Medrill's Rivendell house. But that's Normala, also known as a Marthiel. That is the elf maiden that was corrupted by a minor ring of power. We've got a painting of Mathifel. I have one of those. Above Weathertop painting, very nice, very nice. And then we have the second room, which can be used for whatever. It's not like you can loot them. No, some people just don't let people into their houses. That's just... But you can't loot them. Because you would have to have permissions to get into the chest, and most people don't do that. So that's a small house. I don't know who that's supposed to be a statue of. It's not Thorin, I don't think. Even though it is called Thorin's Hall. Another small house. A lot of small houses down here. And this is the main center of the district. So you have your task boards over here. You have your vendors and such over here. Your vault, all that fun stuff. And of course the music's very nice because, you know, the Dwarven music is very nice. Dwarven metal is even better. Okay, do not have permission to use that. Somebody has an unwelcome mat, Spectre of the Gloom of Nirn. Which we noticed that there was a Nazgul on that mat. Someone's paranoid. Yeah, if you're calling up the Nazgul to protect your place, you got problems. Home of League of Lost Souls. Got a Yarnfest Guard. Another one that has Spectre of the Grim Sutron as their mat. I don't see the Grand Sutron here. Waiting to see if it pops up. But this would be a kinship house. So unfortunately we can't go into that one. Too bad, that's usually the one I choose for my dwarves. Maybe if I get it, if we can't find a open kinship house in here, if I get it, we can do a tour after I've decorated it. I don't know if this is another small house or deluxe. We're going to find out. Anytime today. Oh dear. When it lasts this long. Okay. Okay, this is a deluxe. And yeah, you're a dwarf, alright. Look at all the kegs we got here. Oh, in-league sinister kegs. Oh, we'd use that, but then we would end up who knows where. So yeah, this is a deluxe. You're surprised it's not an option to offer coins for permission to enter instead of simply borrowing? They have turned their house into a tavern. They've got Green Dragon Inn bar. They've got kegs everywhere. Ooh, they got an in-league keg too. Also, we'll send you some random place. You know, barring being able to find a kinship house, we could Morgul Blade trophy. There's a broken Morgul Blade there. We could use this sinister keg and see where it takes us, but I don't know. Y'all want to do that? Want to use the sinister in-league keg and see where it takes us? Should be interesting. It could take us someplace boring, but it could take us someplace interesting. Up to you. Oh, map of Middle Earth. Nice. There's Harad, Gondor, Mordor, Rune, Rohan, Moria, Rovanian, Inaduath, Eriador, Undun, Fordwaith. Your call, but it could be interesting. Could be. Let's see if it'll send us someplace interesting or someplace boring. A cave troll trophy. Yeah, that's just what I want hanging on my wall. That big ugly mug. They kind of have a nice little setup here. I'll be honest. Very well done. Alright, let's drink out of the keg. The in-league sinister keg and see where it takes us. It'll take a moment to take effect. Part tavern, part museum. Yeah. Part tavern, part trophy room. There we go. And we passed out. And we ended up in the Shire. Okay. And we have the effect, huh? Where's my trousers? You seem to have misplaced your trousers. This makes you sad. So we're running around without pants for a couple of minutes. Oh, except we don't see that because we're cosmetically equipped, but yeah, for the next couple of minutes we're going to be well and truly drunk for the next 4 minutes. In the meantime, we'll port ourselves back to Kellendon so we can head over to... wait, we're in the Shire. What am I saying? Let's go to Mickle Delving.
Is there something I can do for you?
Yeah, you can get me a hair of the dog, would you? Would you be a dear? Thanks. Now, from here, I forgot we can actually have a stable up to Shire housing.
A lovely day, isn't it?
And that is Shire Homesteads. And this is the base Shire housing, which is not what Miss Fistula has. Miss Fistula has Lindleby housing. You don't even think hair of the dog will help this fever dream? Probably not. Let's go to... you know what? Better yet. Where's the...
Can I help you find something, friend?
let's see. A place that's got a little everything open. Well, this one... hardly anybody's checked this one out, so we have a little everything open. Alright, Myrtle Cart, being that it's 14 gold, is going to be a kinship house. We will start there. So, this is a kinship house. We'll see how much of it we can see. Got an entryway, nice big room here. Then we got a little room off of this. Yeah. And we got a hallway that way and a hallway that way. You come over here, we have another nice big room. Might make a good bedroom. And go this way. Or this might make a nice little bedroom. Well, I think I like the other one better. Maybe this will be the kitchen down here, the pantry. But very spacious. Not as spacious as the house that Miss Fistula has, but very spacious. How long do we have? 17 seconds. And we'll no longer be drunk. So we can wait that much longer so we can get a proper look at the place. Alright. We should be sobering up right about now. There we go. That's better. We can actually see things again. So, main entryway. You come in here. You got a nice big room here. At least you don't have to worry about projectile vomiting everywhere, though that might be funny in battle. Probably. And we got a little room off of the main room. So I imagine the main room, you could put like your living and dining area and then have your kitchen here. Then go over this way. And then down here, would clearly be your pantry. You know? Because it's a hobbit house. You're conceivably a hobbit, which means you would definitely have a pantry or 3. And this would be a perfect place for a large bedroom and maybe even a little office off to the side. Now, that is that house. And if you hear any talking in the background, that would be my roommate who is working from home today and in a conference call. So then we have all these little teeny tiny houses here. So we'll go look at a little one. And it is very SML. You have your main room here. And then you have a second room off to the side. So not much space. But I guess you're going to have a very small kitchen. Probably a table and a couch in here. Sure, they're saying something similar, right? And then you could use this for like a little sitting room and a bedroom. But yes, very small, very cozy, very not Hobbit typical. But yeah, these are all small houses. And I'm trying to think, is this... Oh, somebody has that one. Big old apple tree. Here's your center of town for the Shire homesteads. So that's where all your vendors, your vault and stuff are. That's the homestead provisions. That's where you'll find your vault and stuff. The heck is that? Boy, you absolutely made sure nobody could get in your house. They can't even see your house. Damn. So, we can't even see that house because they've got it completely obscured. Interesting design choice. That's right, we were up here already, I think. Nope. Oh, permission denied due to failure to pay upkeep. Okay, hold on. Alright. And of course they did not open up maintenance permissions, which is too bad. I would have paid their maintenance for them. But that's somebody who probably hasn't played in a while or played on that character in a while. And they're about to lose that house. So yeah, foreclosure in the game is a thing. If you haven't played in a while, you will lose your house. That's a small house. That's a kinship house. I wanted to see a deluxe. Shilenia. Okay. So this is the deluxe house. Much bigger than the small house. But you have a main room. And you have a small room off to each side. So, perfect size you can have your living space here, your kitchen. You can have a little pantry over here. Over here you can have a bedroom. Obviously, you gotta have the bedroom with the fireplace, right? Although I think this one, no, this one does not have a fireplace. Definitely the pantry. And our cat is doing its daily exercises. Did I name this thing? You know, I don't even know. Oh, yes. Its name is Sea Spray. Before I forget, I DM'd you a couple firework videos from my own library for your enjoyment at your leisure. I find them kind of comforting. Oh, okay, I'll take a look. Some of my favorite firework videos are the ones that the guy that does all the Christmas displays do. Some of them are very, very intricate. Couldn't play them. I wouldn't be able to show them in a stream or anything because they usually contain copyrighted music, but they're usually very nice. So that is Shire housing. Not Lindleby. This is the base Shire housing. So even if you're free to play, you can get one of these. Now, we have seen the base elf housing, the base dwarf housing, the base hobbit housing. The only thing we're missing is the base man housing, and for that we shall use our port back to Bree. And there's a lot of different man housing now, but aside from this one, which we're looking at, everything else is premium housing. So we have two different Rohan housing districts. We have Gondor. I wanted to say there is another one. I don't think so. I think it's the two Rohan and the Gondorian. For the hobbits, we have Lindleby. For the dwarves, we have Erebor housing. And now for the elves, they're getting their own premium housing with Rivendell. And like I said, Miss Medrill will be getting one because I've got marks and homesteading coins that are sitting burning a hole. So we'll use them. So we'll go to the housing office over here. Because I do not have any free housing. I have the elf housing, and then I have Miss Fistula's. Alright, so we want to talk to you.
Are you looking for something, friend?
So let's find a housing district that has houses available to view. Oh, you have a lot. So we'll go here. We'll start with the kinship house. Oh, let's pick the kinship house at Chestnut Street, because that's usually the one I pick. Pretty rewarding for those who stuck with it all these years. What, the premium housing? Well, the premium housing is kind of... I love the looks of the premium houses, but they're expensive. So, they could have lowered the price. But I know that the player base isn't as big as it used to be. I know that they're looking to make whatever money they can to keep it open as long as possible. So on a business aspect, I do understand. From a player perspective, I think it stinks. Everything, the cumulative experience, yeah. I mean, 17 years of memories. I've got all sorts of screenshots over the years. So this is a blah, 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 blah. This is a kinship house. Like I said, this is usually the kinship house I pick when I pick a Bree kinship house. Nice big yard, very private. We go inside. And we have a entryway, which leads into a very big room with a stage here. Great for kinship meetings or turning it into a living and dining space, which is what I usually do, turn it into a living room and dining space. Then I turn this into the kitchen. Then we go up the stairs. And I usually make this the bedroom. Not a cheap house. It's like 17 gold to buy it. But it's supposed to be a kinship house, so there is that. But yeah, that is the kinship housing in Greenland. And I do recommend this one. Like I said, it's nice, it's private, it's not that far away from the entrance. And the next house down here, hopefully it's open. This is the house I usually pick for Miss Bethelina. Or Beth, as her name is shortened to. This is a deluxe house. Again, nice big yard. And you've got a nice sized center room. And then a small room off to each side. I usually use this one for the kitchen, and then living and dining area, and this one for the bedroom, because it's bigger. Nice tall roofs, or ceilings. You're not going to hit your head when you jump. Considerably smaller than the kinship house, but is still of a good size. And deluxe housing for this is almost 8 gold. Now this final one is a standard house. This one costs 1 gold, 100 silver, so would be easy for a new player to buy this once they're able to buy a house. It has a nice sized yard. There's nothing small about the yard, but the house itself is very small. Kind of funny that your companion guards the entrance like it's going to maul the next person it sees. It's cute. My kid's cute. The main room here, which is usually just like the living kitchen space. And then here, I usually make this a little bedroom. But it's very small. Or you can make a living space here, like a little bitty living room, sitting room, put a little kitchen and, Or you could put a fire pit outside and have the outdoors be your kitchen slash dining space. Could do that. But yeah, there you have it. So we have looked at all the base housing districts. The Elven, the Dwarven, the Hobbit, and the Man. And these are all the ones that came with the game. These are not any of the ones that you have to spend extra money for. Unlike, you know, the 2 Rohan, the Gondorian, the Erebor, the Lindleby, and now Rivendell. So at this point, there is more premium housing than there is base housing in the game. And as much as I love the game, I'm not necessarily going to give them a pass for that. I think it's kind of, how do I put this politely? It's kind of shitty that they're offering all these premium houses and yet they haven't given people who aren't interested in spending money like that the opportunity to have at least a 5th regular housing. If they would put the premium housing in, but yet give us a 5th regular housing option somewhere, then I might be a little less critical of it. Yeah, they could have given people a regular Rohan housing, as well as the 2 premium housing districts. Or maybe give players a thrill and give them a house in Angmar. Although, who wants to live in Angmar? Just saying. Yeah, those that know me know that while I absolutely love LOTRO, I've never totally glazed them. If I think they're doing something that isn't in the best interest of the players, I will say so. Your favorite-ish app does that now too. Last card collection that dropped. All but maybe 3 sets were epic and legendary, which is largely paywall. Yeah. And like I said, I don't give a pass to LOTRO for that. Even as much as I love it. I'm going to say what I think. You know? After all, they're not paying me to play this game. And even if they were paying me to play this game, I'd still be critical of it. Maybe that's why they're not paying me to play this game, right?
What can I do for you?
So I'm going to take Miss Marcellene back to Hobbiton. So the next time I log in her to do the festival loop, I can start by picking up the daily. Which I kind of wish they put a daily vendor in Bree, so I wouldn't have to run to the Shire to do that. Just saying. Granted, it's not that hard to get to Hobbiton. Do they offer a lot of value for a free-to-play player? Well, they did open it up so that you can do a lot of stuff for free up to level 95. So there's that. You can earn a lot of LOTRO points through deeds. So you can unlock vault space, bag space, stuff like that without having to pay a subscription. So they did that right. I don't think you can unlock fast travel options that way, though. For that, you would have to subscribe for at least a month and become premium. And then any of the fast travels you unlocked while you were premium or while you were subscribed, you would still have. At least they offer incentive for dedicated play. That's becoming rare. True. So there are ways to earn LOTRO points, which not only can you use it for, well, let's see. Let's go to LOTRO Store. So you can unlock, oh, yeah, it's so expensive. Oh, shoot. I need to unlock, oh, wow, I need to buy that. I do not have the Kingdom of Harad quest pack, but it would cost 3,000 points. Oh, I'm going to be grinding some LOTRO points. Okay. Right now, we got shared wardrobe on sale. We have some cosmetics on sale. Although, you can get some nice cosmetics during the festivals, as you've seen. Not all of them, but frequently you get some nice ones. I'm not really digging these cosmetics. I'm just saying. But yeah, lots of cosmetics on sale right now. And some of them look very similar to things you can find in the game. So before you buy any cosmetics in the shop, check and see if there's any armor pieces in the game that look similar. Well, most of the grind for deeds is either exploration, so you have to find certain exploration points, slayer deeds, you have to kill a certain number of creatures, which if you're doing quests, you're probably getting at least part of that done. And quest deeds. So certain areas, if you do a certain number of quests, you'll get deeds for that. So that's all that cosmetic stuff we were just looking at. Shared wardrobe space, 30% off right now for 10 slots. I'm going to skip that for the moment. Oh, and here, LOTRO bundles. Hey, look, buy for $8, you can get 700 LOTRO points. But yeah, they have packs up to $200. So if I wanted to drop $200 to support the game, I would get 33,500 LOTRO points. Holy. Okay, moving on. I won't even tell you how ridiculous I thought that was. We've got carry-alls that you can buy. So, crafting carry-all, which you would be able to put 50 different types of crafting items in it. I think Miss Medrill has a smaller version of that. But, yeah. Those are not on sale right now. I do not recommend buying them unless they are on sale. So, mithril coins, which I already have a number of. How many do I? 100, I believe. Which can be used for things like if you haven't unlocked a fast travel, say you haven't been to a place, so you haven't unlocked that travel, you could use a mithril coin to get there. You can use it for certain other things. I rarely use them, that's why I have 100 of them. Then expansions, which we could see I need to get Kingdom of Harad and Legacy of Morgoth, which is all the new stuff in Harad, which I'm not worried about at the moment, particularly because I'm not there. See prices like that, the only thing I can think is, but I don't own it if I can't hold it. Been down that road, never again. I have probably given LOTRO, well, my main account has been subscribed to LOTRO for almost the entirety of the 17 years I've played. And depending on the subscription you choose, it's either $15 a month, which equates to $180 a year, or it's $30 every 3 months, which equals $120 a year, or you can straight up pay $100 for a full year. I went with the middle option. So, $30 every 3 months or $10 a month. Which is fair. Because I play it enough to justify the $10, you know? So yeah, I have a couple of quest packs I need to pick up, but I ain't spending my points yet. So, there are things in the shop that I'm on the fence about, like these milestone skills so you can unlock extra fast travel points, which is useful for people that aren't wardens or mariners or hunters. You can understand in this case because it's a long-term investment in time. You did it with the game because you got caught up in nostalgia, Goosebumps. I didn't even know Goosebumps had a game. There's a whole smoke load of cosmetics, dyes and consumables, housing, I mean, just horses. And that obsidian steed is nice. Now, the good thing about this, yeah, it costs a lot of LOTRO points, but it's account bound. Which means every character, after you buy this, every character you currently own will get this horse. Every character you make in the future will also get this horse. That one, while I'm still kind of about it, at least that's fair. Now, here, if I were to get this, which I don't need to get because I've already done the anniversary stuff, that would be specifically for the character I bought it on. So if you're looking, you always want to make sure it says account wide. Steed of Bree, account wide. That's that, and wait for them to go on sale. That's the two things I would recommend if you're going to buy one of the horses. It was a mobile game, a lot of fun, but it became a constant grind. You acquired properties associated with the monsters, then unleashed them to scare people. See, it sounds like it would have been a fun game. I actually played one for a long time called Fishdom. It was a match 3 game where you would do rounds and then you'd be able to upgrade your aquarium. And for a long time, it was like you bought the game and you got to play it as much as you wanted. And then they decided to go with the free-to-play model, and they gave you, what is it, you had an energy limit, but you could spend real money to increase it, and you had to spend real money for And they just ruined it. I stopped playing it after that. Because I wasn't about the constant trying to push me to buy stuff. And I had bought the game. So I was even more mad when they went free to play and started doing that. Now here's where I kind of am in the negative. You have all these crafting things. You can buy your crafting tiers. You can buy crafting XP. Alright, the one thing I'm probably okay with is the Enduring Universal Kit. Because it just makes gathering faster. But yeah, this stuff I'm not really a big fan of. Because it just lets people pay to skip having to do the crafting. The other thing I am very much not a fan of, let's see if I can find it in here. This. Long time ago, we used to get these steel keys that dropped on the landscape. So you could be playing in the game, you might kill a mob, they had a small chance of dropping a steel key. And you would get loot boxes that would drop from mobs. And you could use the steel keys you got to open the boxes and get stuff. Yeah, I get you. I know what you mean. But then they decided to take the steel keys out of the game and put black steel keys in the shop. So now the only way you can get keys to open lock boxes that drop is by buying them, or by the very rare instance of creating a new character, and in certain year gift boxes you would get either 3 or 1 black steel key, depending on what year the box is. But beyond those keys, the only way you're getting them is by buying them in the shop. Again, I'm not a fan of that decision. I wish they would have left that as it was, because now I've just turned off loot boxes. I go into the filters, go into the loot filters. You can see I've filtered out Traveler Steelbound loot boxes, so I don't ever get them, because I'm not buying the keys. Jesus! I'm sorry, but if I see something that size, especially a bee, I am not sticking around. Of course, I'd probably also be dead by that point because it would have attacked. So, okay. Enough being critical. We have seen that I am quite capable of being critical of the game and its its shop choices. And like I said, I don't give them a pass for any of that. I think it's pretty shitty. But they do give a lot of value, and of course we can't go in there right now because it's not Halloween. Darn it. I kind of wish they'd leave that open. But yeah, they did open up a lot of options for free to play, so I will give them credit for that. They made the game more accessible for much longer to people who maybe don't want to spend a bunch of money on the game or can't afford to spend a bunch of money on the game. But they also made the cash shop pretty egregious in the process. Alright. Still, with all that being said, on Thursday, we're definitely going to see Miss Medjool getting a house. It would be dead, actually. Arthropods would collapse and be crushed under their own weight at that size. It's why they're so small. Fair enough. Of course, this is a fantasy world, so you can see a bee the size of a human. I mean, we see drakes, and they're usually the size of small houses. Oh, somebody leveled up. Congratulations. But yeah, so tomorrow we'll be back in LOTRO. I'm wondering, probably going to be Miss Marcellene again, so she can finish getting the coins that she needs for the rest of the stuff she wants, which is basically the War Steed cosmetics that she can't really use right now because she doesn't even have a War Steed. But still, having said that, she still wants them. Wednesday, we're going to be taking a look at a little game that I got granted. We'll see how that plays out. It's a game that's a mix of gameplay and education, all about finance and business. We'll see how accurate the business side of it is. And Thursday, like I said, Miss Medjool will be getting her Rivendell house. Friday, I will be playing probably Traveler's Rest with DP 70. So, if y'all don't want to miss all the fun chaos, you haven't already, you know what to do, all the fun clicky things that YouTube wants you to do. And let me finish off by thanking everybody that has stopped by and put up with the crash earlier. Thank you to George Chris for stopping in and hanging out. I appreciate you. Thank you to L Alchemy for being here and hanging out and for being a mod. I appreciate you very much. I believe there was somebody else. I can't remember. I don't think it was Nicholas Patton. ODP said hi, so thank you for that. I appreciate you. And Golden Apples, thank you. Thank you, L. L is my memory. At least he tries to be. Thank you to Golden Apples for hanging out. I appreciate you. For those of you who popped in and out, or perhaps you stuck around and lurked, well, thank you. I appreciate each and every one of you. Next time, say hi. Promise I don't bite. With all that being said, I'm going to go have some lunch. You lovely people go off and have a wonderful rest of your day, evening, or night, wherever you're at. Until next time, bye for now.